Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. So today we have the electoral map based off partisan party control in particular states. So essentially the composition of the state legislatures in every single state and how they would vote in a general election based off that. So essentially if like the Democrats have a majority in one state like California, the Democrats win their electoral votes. Or if you go over to a state like Wyoming, the state legislature is controlled by, let me turn off the volume, is controlled by Republicans. It would go Republican. So pretty much that's how we're going to do it. There are some states that pretty much have a split composition. So we have the independent / toss-up yellow marker that we're going to be using in a couple states. But as of right now, it looks like it doesn't really look like it'll be close. But I'm pretty sure you guys mainly know who would win this election just based off that the party is particularly better at statewide and local elections. But first of all, going over to the West Coast, this one pretty much Washington originally was split between the Democrats and the Republicans. At this time, it is now Democratic because they had a special election that overturned it from the Republicans to Democratic control. Over in Oregon, Democratic controlled, California included, Hawaii, pretty much you would expect that. Over in Alaska, Republican controlled. So it's not really split control. It's just, even though they have like an independent governor, they don't really have that many Democrats in their state legislature. So pretty much it would be Alaska going red. So in Hawaii, actually is an interesting thing here. They don't have a single Republican in the state Senate. The last one was defeated in 2016. The only Republican in the Senate. And now it's 25 Democrats. So over in Nevada, that one's pretty blue. I mean, it has majority Democrats in the state legislature, which is something you may not or may have expected, but that one was pretty surprising. I thought it would be more of a split control compared to some other Democratic states that are split control or red. So across the United States, pretty much Nebraska is considered nonpartisan, but we all know that that state's going for the Republicans. But if you want me to leave it blank, I'll leave it blank. It wouldn't really make an effect on this election because it's not going to come down to a couple electoral votes. Going over to the South, we know that pretty much the entire South is going to be red. That's just how it is. Republicans are extremely good at statewide and local elections, giving you a little hint as to who would win this election. And I really think that their control over the South, I mean, since we're basing it off that, obviously they would win there, but I really think that this is something that's really good, a part of the GOP. I mean, they're phenomenal at statewide and local elections because Democrats typically don't vote. They typically vote in presidential elections, but if you look at midterm turnout, it pretty much has always favored the Republicans since the year 2000, except for 2006. So 215 electoral votes for the Republicans, 84 for the Democrats, 104 now because I'm giving them Illinois. But now we're going to go through the rest of the South. So North Carolina goes to the Republicans. Pretty obvious reason why. Over in New Mexico, though, the Democrats do have a majority in the state legislature. But over in Colorado, that one's a split state. It's a state that I was talking about, a Democratic state that has split control amongst party lines. So 230 electoral votes, 9 are toss-up, 230 for the Republicans, 9 are toss-ups, and 109 for the Democrats. Now, where can they gain? I guess they can do well in New Jersey, in Maryland, in Vermont, in Massachusetts, Rhode Island. But Connecticut is one of those Democratic states that are toss-ups. I mean, that's pretty much going to go, obviously it would go to the toss-up because it is split party control. Down in D.C., that one would go Democratic, obviously. Up in New Hampshire, that one goes red, just based off party control. And up in Maine, that one is split control between the Democrats and the Republicans. Now we're going over to New York. This should be pretty interesting. I mean, New York, at the end of 2016, was in Democratic control, but now it's actually in split control. So that's a state that the Democrats really would need in a presidential election or in just any electoral map, and they're not getting it in this one. Pretty much they're not getting most of the Northeast. So 234 electoral votes for the Republicans, 157 for the Democrats. Over in Iowa, that one goes red. So does Ohio, and so does Virginia. Now this puts them over the top at 271 electoral votes. Now the remaining 56 electoral votes that I can characterize, because I'm not going to characterize Nebraska. It's not really needed at this point, but pretty much the entire Rust Belt is red. And that's because the GOP does phenomenal in statewide elections and wins over the majority of the state legislatures because Democrats are more centered around urban areas for obvious reasons. That's what's mainly argued about for the Electoral College. States like California hold a lot of the population. States like New York, urban areas where the rest is Republican. But yeah, so 327 electoral votes for the Republicans, 157 for the Democrats. Obviously, that's the final electoral map. It's not my prediction. It's just based off the numbers. And comment down suggestions below. I'm going to be doing a little bit more election predictions with that other electoral map that I used. But if you guys want to see other different types of videos, comment them down below. I'd be more than happy to do them. Again, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you all tomorrow.